had a couple of questions on how I did my system to lift the kayak up to the roof and how difficult it is to hoist it and to let it down. So I'm going to make a quick little video just to show everybody exactly how I did it, and perhaps you can use it in your own home. So I've taken the car out, and as you can see, the kayak sits between the roof and the door of the carport, which is nice because nobody can see it when you open the door. And I'm going to close the garage now, and you can see it's nice and neat and tidy, and there's no chance of the garage hitting the bottom frame. So I'm going to demonstrate how I get the kayak down. You can see the shackles and everything up the top there, and all I do is I just step back a little bit. There is a locking mechanism on the shackle, so I just pull gently and I can feel it release. The weight of the kayak allows the system to slowly come down. I can let it come down as fast or as slow as I like. And I'm going to just leave it about halfway just so I can show you around the actual system. So I got this slotted frame from the electrical department at Lowe's. It's 1.5 inches thick, so more than strong enough to hold the weight of the kayak. I then also got some eye bolts with 2 washers at the bottom and 2 at the top, and that just helps with the weight. And then I also got some of these oval shackles, and then I can take that on and off before and after I've loaded the kayak, and then just a couple of strong knots as well. And I've done that on all 4 sides. These are all rated well over 150 pounds, so there's no trouble there. And then underneath I put in 3-inch PVC pipes, again some nut bolts and some washers. And in the front here, this is 10 inches across because the boat narrows to the front, and then at the back it's 12 inches just to follow the contours of the boat, so it sits really nicely and flush. So I've put these leftover pieces of skirting that the cabinet makers had, and I used those as support struts. And then with the Harken system comes these lag bolts that you can then screw in. And then I also just added one little block over there, just for the shackles that the ropes all thread through. Then it runs along the ceiling, and then eventually to this other eye bolt here above the door on the opposite end of the garage, and then down to a little tie-off point, just in case it slips. This will hold it perfectly. And then to hoist it up, I just wrap the rope around my wrist and my hand, or I can use the handle of something like a hammer, which is actually something I recommend because it just helps and it makes it a lot easier, and then you've got leverage. And then all I do is I just pull like this and the kayak goes up.